Hello everybody, on this episode of Interviewing PlushTubers, our guest is AquaticNeptune. How are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Thanks for asking, I am doing good. Let's just get to the first question, which is, I think we should get to the roots of AquaticNeptune, which is, you started off making SML YouTube poops and SML parodies. What inspired you to start YouTube, and why did you gradually switch to SpongeBob plush videos?
So first of all, in terms of starting a YouTube channel, recording like in real life stuff, it's really hard because you need space, you need equipment, you need time. I mean, everybody has a phone, but it's like, how good is your phone camera really? So, you know, I didn't have that stuff. So I started editing other people's footage, which a lot of people start YouTube doing. Like, you see commentary channels, you see all these other types of channels doing it. And, you know, SML has so much content out there. So I was like, you know what? Let me do that. And since I started doing the SML YTPs, my audience all likes Jeffy. They all liked SML stuff. So I was like, where can I really go with this? And then I think I actually did a SpongeBob video before I started SML parodies. Funny enough. And I was like, let's just see how this does. Because if I kind of edit it like a YTP, maybe it could pass. Luckily, it did good. And then I started getting into the SML parodies, which kind of was just like everyone was just asking for Jeffy all the time. And yeah, so it was really just do the YTPs to get enough money for a camera, buy the Jeffy puppet, which was like $700 or like $500 at the time or something, which is just ridiculous. We didn't have the SML store back then, so.
Yeah, the Valenka puppet costed way more than the SML store, Jeffy.
It was crazy, dude. I mean, it's still up on Etsy, and it's better quality than the SML store one, but still, like, holy. And, you know, I did always want to make my own content, so I didn't really want to keep doing SML parodies all the time, because it just feels like I'm kind of, like, knocking off SML a little bit. So I was like, what can I really do that's kind of my own style?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I understand that. There are some SML parody channels that are still going to this day that were around, like, when you were started making SML YTPs and whatever, but, yeah, I understand that SpongeBob plush videos is more, like, an original thing, but, yeah, speaking of, you know, your content is, like, related to SpongeBob and, like, the older one related to SML and stuff, but yet your name is AquaticNeptune, and your profile picture is Misty from the Pokemon anime. Could you give us a bit of a backstory for that channel branding?
It's all water type. Everything's water. You got SpongeBob, he's living in the ocean, so he's an aquatic creature. You have Misty, she has water type Pokemon. Neptune, Neptune's blue. I think it's got, like, it's covered in ice or something. It just was like a coincidence, and then I kind of noticed the similarities, so I was like, you know what? Let me keep it. It's kind of nice. I kind of like it. Blue's my favorite color, so. But, plus, I do like the original Pokemon anime more. The first couple seasons where Misty was in. I stopped watching around, like, when Dawn was introduced. I'm sure it's still good, but it's just... It holds, like, a nostalgic place in my heart.
Yeah, I get what
and I like
you
it.
mean. Yeah, I understand what you mean, because, yeah. Funny enough, blue is also my favorite color, but as well as green, but generally, yeah, I understand. It's kind of smart, actually, come to think of it, because, like, water, SpongeBob, what is underwater,
somehow it all works, because my channel name was AquaticNeptune when I started making SML YTVs. I didn't know I was going to do SpongeBob, but Neptune's also a god in the SpongeBob world, so it's just like, huh, that's really interesting.
Yeah, interesting, but yeah, throughout the years, you've made a lot of content. Some of it was probably hard to make, some easier, but if you had to choose, what would be the hardest video you've ever had to make, and why that video particular?
Hardest video to make? I would say the Squidward arcade claw machine videos. There's the first one, and then there's part 2. And that's because I had to go find an arcade and film there. And both of those videos, it was supposed to be one long video, which if you combine part 1 and part 2, it's like 40 minutes long. I split them into 2 parts because there was just so much footage to do. And, you know, this claw machines, I had to get in some wins and some fails, of course. So, like, I had to play for a long time to get a lot of those. Like, I think I have a scene of SpongeBob winning the claw machine, Patrick winning. And it's like, you can sit there for an hour and fail every time with how rigged those things are. So I was like, okay, let me keep reloading this card. They give you this card that you scan on the claw machine. And you have to load it with like $100. You sit there for an hour and then it's all gone. Like, they eat your money away. They're scams. And I said that in the video. Like, these things are scams. Like, this just showed me, this was further proof for me how terrible these things are. And I went to like, I think it was like 3 different places. I went to like 3 different arcade places, like, and they're not really close to me. Like, I think one was while I was traveling to Arizona, like completely out of state, like miles and miles away. So I just like slowly recorded that video over time until it was kind of complete.
Interesting, but yeah, I've been at arcades and stuff, and those machines are definitely rigged. I can 100%.
Oh, they're terrible.
I mean,
yeah, dude, you can spend hundreds. Like, it's crazy. And I learned something too. The YouTubers who make like those insane, like huge win at arcade or whatever, they fake it. They either pay the owners or they have like an arcade set up themselves. Like, or they're like, they work at the place. Like, a lot of those arcade machines on YouTube are just completely fake because, you know, they don't want to spend hundreds of dollars to make a YouTube video.
Yeah, I understand that. But 40 minutes of footage, was that difficult to edit?
It was, because I think I only ended up using like 50% of the footage. Because how many times can you really show him failing over and over and over? I kept in a lot of like fails where he, you know, tried to go for a prize and missed and all that. But you can't just show that for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. So over half of it was like cut, really. Because I was just trying to win a prize so I could record them winning something. So like you maybe see like 50 to 40% of the fails in the videos, maybe. So all in all, I ended up having like I think it was like 4 hours of footage or 5 hours of footage actually.
Wow.
I have so much footage I could technically make a part 3 even, but I don't know. I feel like it had a good ending.
Yeah. And so that definitely took a lot of editing, lots of takes, and you didn't
a lot of money.
Yeah, that's I would say that definitely qualifies as a difficult video, which, I mean, you are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, SpongeBob PlushTubers there is. How have you been able to get to the point that you are at now in your PlushTubing career, where you average hundreds of thousands of views, even when you don't even upload that often?
I like to think it's because they're kind of unique, because I haven't personally seen any like plush creator edit the way I do, where, you know, stuff will just like flash on screen and all of that. So I try to keep it like a little bit different. I know a lot of people have like their unique editing styles and all that, but I started doing my videos kind of like fried chili cheese dogs. Like, if you see like the first 2 or 3 SpongeBob videos on my channel, they're pretty heavily inspired. But I like to think I kind of created my own style by now. Which I made YTPs in the past, so I try to edit them like that when I have time. So yeah, I like to think of it like that because it's a plus channel, but I try to incorporate this YTP elements when I can, which I feel like has been less and less lately, and I'm trying to like bring that back. So if you see YTP channels, a lot of them take like a month or 2 to upload because they're really editing intense videos. So I'd like to think it's that. It's hard to keep. I definitely would get more views if I uploaded more. So it's hard to keep a balance of good upload schedule, but keeping the videos like edited enough. And then thumbnails are really important.
Yeah, I would say that as well. But so yeah, you definitely took a bit of a different style, which is yeah, that's good. Definitely, you definitely grew to a pretty big channel size, but Yeah, from your big channel size and your many experiences and everything, have you ever had any memorable fan interactions, whether like, I don't know, probably online, maybe even IRL or wherever, but just kind of stuck with you for whatever reason, whether it was like maybe funny or bizarre or strange or even inspiring, I don't know, and could you tell us a bit about it if you have experienced that?
Yeah, it's funny, I don't record in public too much, but in the Squidward claw machine video, there definitely was a lot of people, like, kind of looking, and I think there was one kid in the background of that video who later commented, like, hey, that was me, dude, like, I didn't see you guys at the time, but that was me, and I was like, I don't know if he's telling the truth, but I was like, I can see that, like, I don't think anyone would randomly say that, so I think it was probably. He's probably telling the truth. Other than that, there was another YouTuber who kind of like ranked some of my videos, made like a tier list of my older videos. I think he deleted the video now, but he became a YouTuber like later on, and he messaged me. But his YouTube channel is called Patrick Stairs. He's really funny. But I added him on Discord like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, dude, I didn't know that was you, because he had a different channel name when he made the tier list video on me. And then I just naturally discovered his stuff later on. And since he changed his channel name, I didn't know it was the same guy. So I was like, oh, his stuff's really funny. And then I messaged him. And I was like, oh, wait, that was you? Like, he told me, like, yeah, dude, do you remember me? I made the tier list video. And I was like, oh, shit.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Pretty interesting, yeah. It's kind of funny to see, but yeah, if that kid was telling the truth, I guess, I don't know, he didn't really see you that much, but I guess he might have seen a bit of you, like, have you face revealed before? I'm not sure about that, like, I don't...
Technically, I did, and it's on my channel. It's in the... Which video is it? It's in the second Plug and Plays video, I think. I forget the exact name. I think that one's just called Nickelodeon Plug and Plays. Part 2 or something like that.
But you don't have, like, many plans to show your face, like, much more in the future or anything like that, or I mean... I
don't really see a need to. I mean, if it's for, like, a funny bit, I will. But, like, you know, I don't think there's, like, a good way for me to do it, because it's, like, if I appear, I appear. I don't really like the the YouTube style where it's just like you just upload a video called face reveal and it's just about your face reveal. Because I don't think like my face is that important. You can watch my videos and not know what I look like, and it works perfectly. So I don't want to make a big deal out of it, I guess all I'm saying. So that's why I don't have many like fan interactions either.
Yeah, I understand that, you know. There's more like PlushTubers or just other people who show their face just more often, whether they do like live streams or whatever. But yeah, I understand, you know, though. I don't think that for a PlushTuber, a face isn't necessarily like something that's unnecessary to show. But yeah. Now on to our sixth question, which would be, you've said before, I've talked to you before in DMs, that nostalgia plays a role in your videos' popularity a bit. What role would you say like nostalgia plays, you think, in the popularity of your videos, and how do you balance appealing to longtime fans and attracting new viewers at the same time?
Nostalgia was big, like, when I first started doing the plush videos, the SpongeBob plush videos at least, because there's so many SpongeBob products, dude. Like, if you look, it's like, wow. There's a TV, there's the plug and plays, the list just goes on and on. Cereal, all this, and a lot of it's like old stuff. Nickelodeon is a merchant. They make a lot of merchandise. Like, they're this huge corporate machine that just keeps pumping it out. But back then they were like a lot bigger on different products. Now it's just like shirts and other random memes. But yeah, I made this SpongeBob SP Game Boy Advance video. It's probably one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my most viewed. But the thumbnail shows it off, and like I don't think a normal SpongeBob like Game Boy Advance gameplay video would get that many views. So it definitely plays a huge part in it, which is just showing the products. And a lot of people get mad that when like I break products, I don't break the old stuff often unless it's already messed up. I just break the stuff that's like new, that's already being produced and still being produced. But I also think it's cool to like show off like all these old products. It's kind of like a time capsule. And like the SpongeBob cereal, there was in the SpongeBob cereal video, I showed the new SpongeBob cereal and the old SpongeBob cereal. There's like a 2004 cereal, and then there was one that was made in like 2018 when I made that video or something. And I try to like balance it where there's new stuff, there's old stuff, but eventually I'm gonna run out of like the old SpongeBob products to show. There's still a lot to touch up on, but yeah, I think it's a huge part because I've gotten comments that are like, I miss when this channel had like a more nostalgic view to it. But in terms of making a whole video on a product, it's not really always easy to. You can't make a video on every product, like the SpongeBob CRTV, the old TV, the tube TV. I'm incorporating this to the plug and plays video, but I can't really make a whole video on that, you know? So I try to be careful with it because I can't make too many videos on it.
So, yeah, I understand that, but like, how do you mostly like balance, like, you've had viewers that have been here for like multiple years and they're viewers that just come in like a couple of weeks ago. Do you have a balance of appealing to longtime fans and attracting new viewers?
Yeah, the longtime fans, there's a couple different ones. There's the ones who want Jeffy back. There's the ones who I'm going to classify my videos. There's like plot-based videos that are, it's like Patrick's Time Machine or Camp Coral, where, you know, it's not really nostalgic. It's not really showing much. It's kind of just a plot that begins and ends. And then there's like the SpongeBob cereal commercial. There's not really a plot. It's just a funny video of them finding cereal, them eating cereal. And there's people who kind of like one and don't like the other. So in terms of that, I try to like mix up my videos where maybe I'll like parody an older SpongeBob episode kind of and recycle the plot like in a different way. Like this Krusty Krab pizza commercial, which was based off the show, the Krusty Krab delivery episode. But I switched it up enough to where it's entirely different and all that. So it's like, it's a plot-based video to appeal to the people who like that stuff. But also, you know, it's kind of nostalgic in a way because it's the Krusty Krab pizza, and I throw in a couple jokes referencing the actual episode. But it's hard to balance because, I mean, there's some people who definitely don't like my more recent videos.
Well, you have, like, uploaded on your second channel, like, a Jeffy video fairly recently, which I kind of saw that Jeffy Skirmish Shake. What was that about?
Yeah, that was fun.
Like, yeah, what?
That was fun. I wanted to bring back the SML parodies, but I didn't really want to upload it on my main channel because a lot of people just don't really like SML in general. And a lot of people who like don't think about SML or don't hate it necessarily, they think if I do an SML parody, it's kind of like copying or something. So it wasn't really giving in to those people, but at the same time, I just wasn't sure how much of the people, especially the new people who come to my channel, who watch the SpongeBob stuff, would really react to it and like watch it just because it's so different. And I haven't uploaded an SML parody in, I think it's been like 3 or 4 years. 3 years. Jeffy the Doctor was the last one. And I didn't mind if it didn't get many views. So I was like, you know what? Let me just upload it on my second channel because I think it's fun to... it was just fun to make. I just was a bit tired of SpongeBob at the time.
I see. So you do, like, have a particular, like, I guess, liking to the things that you did do in the past. Like, even if it's not as, maybe even if you don't like making SML parodies as much as SpongeBob plush videos, you don't hate making SML parodies, and you wouldn't mind doing them if you had to, like, from what I understand.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
I think they're different enough.
Yeah, Yeah, I would say that. Although that Mario is pretty original, I guess, to you.
Oh,
I don't know.
he's insane. He lost his mind.
Yeah, Mario already looks kinda like I don't know how to say it, but
A little coked up.
yeah, I have that Mario somewhere. I used to use them. So.
The Kelly Dog Mario?
Kelly Toy Mario, but yeah, he's
Right.
Yeah.
I bought it a long time ago.
Would you ever buy the Marvin puppet?
Probably not. I think it just makes the videos different enough, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like the people who watch SML with the Marvin puppet and all that, I think they are kind of like a new audience for SML, if that makes sense. Like, SML's videos have changed so much that I feel like the ones who do watch current SML don't really like care for how my videos would be or like how my jokes would be. And you know, other SML parody channels do use Marvin and all that, so
yeah, I get that. But yeah, there's definitely a whole thing in the SML parody community. Some choose to use plushies, some choose to use puppets. You know, it's a whole thing. But yeah, like mentioned previously, you were an SML YouTube boob and SML parody channel in the past. You kind of already mentioned this a little bit, but do you think your previous experiences as an SML YTP and SML parody channel have influenced your style in making SpongeBob plush videos? And if so, in what ways would you say it has done that? Mostly.
Oh, for sure, because you don't have to be inspired by someone. I don't think you have to like make similar videos to them or even at all, like, because I was inspired by SML obviously, but I was inspired in a way where I wanted to make videos that I wanted SML to make. Like, I wanted SML to do more edits and things popping up on screen, or just characters acting more unique and I guess not flanderized. So I was inspired by SML, but like not in the way you'd think. And yeah, I kind of incorporated all of the SML parody stuff into my SpongeBob videos for sure. Because SML started making, he used to make like more shorts, like more short form content where it was full of jokes and I guess a little bit more like, I'm not trying to hate on SML, like I don't really hate him or his content, it's just changed is all. And his old content that he used to make doesn't really exist anymore. He doesn't do it anymore. Like, you know, where Toad would find the nickel, get beat up, or the whole Mom Luigi stuff. Like, he's changed so much that there was kind of like a gap there that didn't exist. So, yeah, I was inspired in that way. And the edits for the YTPs, like, I respect people who make YTPs a lot because it's a lot of editing. I think Glider's like the only SML YTPer now, really.
Yeah.
He's the only big one. And his videos are insanely edited, dude.
I don't
It's
know
a
how
lot
he
of
does
work.
it. Yeah.
I don't know how he does it either. Because there's a reason I quit the YTPs. Because it's just all editing. You have to watch like 2 hours of SML content to clip together like a 2-minute video. And yeah, it definitely inspired me because I still try to edit like that when I can. And that's where all my editing skills kind of came from.
Interesting, but yeah, you said that Logan's content has changed over time, which is true. Like, you're not gonna see Little T pick up a nickel and then get beat up by Mama Lance while Marvin helps him. Like, it's not happening. Like,
dude, I wish Marvin would just have an absolute mental breakdown like Mario in my SML parodies. Like, after dealing with Jeffy all this time, I'm surprised he hasn't.
Same here, but yeah, with over 270 million total channel views on your channel, your content without a doubt has left and is continuing to leave a significant impact on a lot of people. How do you envision the future of your channel and content as the plush community and, well, even YouTube itself continues to grow and evolve?
I think that's, well, it's exploded actually because you see people like Crazy Mario Brothers and Table 10, SMLYTP. You see all these people like really big. That wasn't a thing even like 3 years ago, really. I mean, that's 3 or 4 years ago. That's when we were starting up. But the only one was SML for so long, and he was like the only Mario plush content creator that got big too. And he switched off Mario now, but I think it's in the best place it's ever been in terms of plush content. Because like I said, SML was the only one who ever made it big. And you know, some people have to make SML parodies to do that. But still, I think it's a good thing. But for me, I think I just there's still a lot of ideas I have. And there's still a lot of like SpongeBob products I can do. But I do want to make more Sonic videos, and maybe I think I was supposed to make like a Simpsons video too. And I recorded like a little bit of it a long time ago that I got finished. So I think I just want to try to make different content, not just be SpongeBob, but at the same time, there's so many SpongeBob ideas to do. So I think I just continue doing what I'm doing and just mix it up once in a while. So I don't want things to get too stagnant. And try to have a better upload schedule for sure.
Yeah, I understand that, obviously, but yeah, you have made a lot of videos, and I mean, now there's YouTube Shorts. That wasn't a thing a couple of years ago. I mean, you don't really use that. You made like one on your main channel or whatever channel, but in general...
Pizza Dog.
Yeah, a Pizza Dog, indeed. Dog was not very happy about vegetables.
He was pretty pissed.
I would see why. You don't give a thing a pizza box and then expect it to eat vegetables. But yeah, anyways, now let's just head on to our final question, which is, what would you say to any aspiring content creators that want to be as popular as you?
Take more time editing your videos early while you still can, because if you do get more popular, people expect you to have like a really, really good upload schedule. Not saying you have to like appeal to those people. I don't. But when you start uploading your early videos, like you don't really have an audience and you have to build it. So just take like extra time on your videos and just make them like really good and make people remember them. Because there's so much content on YouTube that people just click a video, and they can forget your video. And like after 3 videos, they can forget your video. So like I would say do it in the long term, where think of like in 5 or 6 months where someone clicks one of your videos. If it's really good and you spent a ton of time on it, they might just watch your other videos. And if they have the same quality, they're like, they've watched 4 or 5 of your videos, then they subscribed. And then they're just gonna keep watching your videos. That's like a memory that formed in their brain because they watched so many of your videos.
Yeah, this is a question that I've asked a lot of people, and I really do enjoy hearing different responses, and yours was pretty original. And yeah, I would say that in general that's a good idea to have consistently good content, so you can have people they can just watch back your content, see a new video, you know, scroll down on your channel, watch more content, and watch more until they get tired, they subscribe, maybe they will probably watch your newest video, and you have a new fan, and that's what continues to happen.
Early on, it's definitely quality over quantity, for sure. You have the time to, because you don't have many subscribers, so you don't have people expecting a new video all the time. So use that to your advantage. Don't be afraid to like re-record scenes or re-record audio or add just a ton of edits. So yeah.
Alright, well, it was really nice having you on here, AquaticNeptune. Do you have anything to say before we end the interview?
Yeah. So, I might not have done a face reveal, but if you see some guy in public with a SpongeBob plush, it's probably me. So I don't need to do a face reveal.
Alright, so if you do see him, can they say hi to you if they do see you?
Yeah, for sure. If they are bold enough to do so, because I think seeing a guy with a SpongeBob plush standing in front of an Arby's is kind of intimidating.
Well, you heard it here from AquaticNeptune. See you later, folks.